my good pal, Quinton, Rampage Jackson. There he is. Rampage, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm on TV.
Yeah, you're back.
That's cool. I'm black.
Well, welcome back. It's so great to see you. I think this is the first time that you've ever joined us on Skype, and this is a big show for us. This is episode 400, and I said there's only one way that I want to start today's show. I want to start it with you, my old friend Rampage. How about that?
That's cool, man. I feel honored, man. I got my Skype back up just for you, man. So
I appreciated that. Yeah, look at that. Look at that stream quality. Holy smokes! Because you do a lot of streaming on Twitch, right? That's why you have such a good setup.
Yeah. I stream on Twitch. Let me see if I can turn this camera around so you have my little setup right.
Please. Look at that.
I turn my whole dining room to like a
whoa.
I turned it to a video game room. I play video games. You see my zombies and stuff. It's kind of messy over here. I live alone. I got two different setups. One I play console, and the other I play PC. I love video games. I've been a gamer, pretty much my whole life. But I never had the time to just get super good at games. It was either games or training to be a fighter. So I decided to go and put my focus into trying to be a fighter, but video games has been my first love.
How many screens do you have there?
Right, I have 6 monitors combined, 3 on this side and 3 on that side, because I like to play on the left side, and I have my chat going and my Discord or whatever else on the right, and then at the top I have all my notifications, and that's the one that captures the stream.
Gosh, and you say you live alone? Where are your kids at?
My kids live with my ex-wife, and then my other 2 kids. They live with my sister or or with their grandparents.
Okay.
I live alone, man. I'm a lone wolf right now.
Yes, and actually, yes. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
No,
show, man. I don't want to cut you off.
Okay. Who's this little guy, by the way? Who's the guy on your lap?
This is my daughter's dog, Gizmo. I got my daughter a puppy, but I got stuck with the motherfucker. Now he lives with me. So my daughter got 2 puppies. She got a puppy that lives with her, and she got a puppy that lives with me because they come over here on the weekends all the damn time. I got this little dog pissing and shitting all over my house. He be cock blocking and everything. I just fucked myself up getting this damn dog. I'm telling you, oh man, it's bad. I'm trying to do the dirty thing in the room. He come and jump on the bed, act like he's joining in, like it's a puppy threesome or some shit. I don't know what his problem is.
Well, he's cute. I'm not a dog person myself. It's a good look.
You're not a dog person?
No.
This dog is like, he attached to me. He's a little spoiled little asshole, but I love the animals.
All right. We have not seen you since March. You've been very quiet. Where have you been? Why have you been so quiet?
I don't know if people really noticed that about me, but I've said this several times. I didn't start MMA to be famous. So I'm a homebody, man. I just like sitting at home. Like I said, I sit at home. I play video games, and I stream them live. And I haven't been doing much. I've been doing like a little stuff behind the scenes and stuff like that, but I haven't been doing much out in the, in front of the camera. I haven't been, I've been training a little bit here, trying to get my weight back down because, honestly, I was really, I was really disappointed in my last fight and how everything went with my weight and my thyroid. So, I went to a specialist because I think I had the wrong doctor before. So I went to a specialist and got my thyroid looked at and got on the right meds, and now I'm doing the right things, and I went and got some good food. I got a good company to do meal prep for me. Like on Instagram, so I create meals. This girl, her family owned a restaurant, and she learned a little about nutrition. So she started preparing like a special meal for me. So I wanted to lay low and come back when I was close to being my old self, the old Rampage that was in its prime, So I still got like 3 more good fights left in me. So I just been laying low and fixing stuff I had to fix, Ever since you broken up with my ex-girlfriend, things just went downhill, man. Like I didn't really have I really didn't have a person like take care of me. She did. I told you, man. She did everything for me, homie. When I say everything, I mean everything. She did everything for me. So now, you know what I'm saying, I'm on my own. You know what I'm saying. So I had to like do some soul searching, find myself, and learn how to do shit for myself. Look at my house, man. Look at my house. It's a mess, Ariel. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. Even my last loss to King Mo was your fault. It all trickled down to you breaking me up with my damn girlfriend who used to do everything for me. Don't you know she used to get my damn gym clothes and stuff ready for me before I went to the gym. She laid it all out. She dressed me. Now I be going at the house looking like an asshole because I'm too lazy to pick out my clothes. She did everything for me, homie. Everything. So training was easier. When I come back from training, she would take my training stuff and put it away and wash it and do it.
Wow.
Now I got to do all that shit myself. I'm always late for training and coaches are pissed off. And it's all your fault, man.
Wait. So I was gonna get no. I was gonna get to this later. But the last time you were on the show back in January, I thought that we made a moment. You called her up. You were gonna go on a date. I mean, it was one of the greatest moments in the history of the show. What happened? Everyone wants to know. You kind of disappeared afterwards. What happened?
Well, you know, I didn't want to skip around, jump the gun, but I was just throwing it out there. But I'm just telling you what happened was after we broke up. You know what I'm saying, we broke up, motherfucker. What you think happens when?
But I got you back.
They go. And they go and they meet other people and shit, and that caused like some problems because she you know, because I do live streaming and she can like spy on me while I'm streaming. I don't know who's watching me. You know what I'm saying? It's free. Anybody can watch, and she watching me with other girls and stuff on my stream and all this, and she think I left her for another girl, and then so she started seeing one guy and stuff like this, and it's all the stuff get all entangled up and everything. So now, you know what I'm saying. Now we trying to work it out and be friends and stuff like that. But then, you know, we don't know where that's going to go. I don't know if I'm going to, you know, fully get back with her or she's going to, because now there's some trust issues because she think that I got like hidden holes. You know what I'm saying?
You
think I got hidden holes?
No,
because
you're a faithful guy. You're a faithful guy.
I'm not faithful at all. I was faithful when I was married.
Right.
But I'm faithful until the fact where I don't lie about it. She knew everything. You know, and when we were together, I didn't lie to her. She knew what was up. She knew I liked to see other girls. And I'm an alpha man. If I'm dating a girl, she knows that, you know what I'm saying, she's my number one. But you know what I'm saying, I like to have fun. I like to have other little, you know, fun toys.
But when you rekindle the love, thanks to me, when I got you guys on the phone talking, did that start something up? Did it work?
Yeah, that honestly, that did start something up. That started.
You're welcome.
That started up booty calls. At least you did that. You got me some booty calls out of her. You know what I'm saying? At least she would come over every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
That's a start.
And
stop it.
Yeah, she got it wet a couple times. You know, we did some of the old stuff we used to do. You know.
Where's she now?
I can say you did that. I can say you did that. I said Ariel Helwani got it wet for me a couple times.
Stop it. Where is she now? Do we have to call her back? What's going on? Where is she?
She was going to come over last night, but she feeling under the weather. She might have come down with she might have came down with the flu. She might have came down with the flu, and I can't have that around me.
Yeah. Was that her right there?
No. That wasn't her right there. She might come. She said she's going to come over this morning. When she woke up, though, because she might be feeling better, she was going to stop and get some medicine, and she was going to come over this morning. So,
okay.
I told her, I said, Ariel Helwani it would have been perfect because I got to do an interview with Ariel Helwani if you would have been here. She said, but I look like shit. I'm all sick and stuff. Okay.
Well, it sounds like you guys are on good terms. I feel like we're trending in the right direction.
Listen, we're going in the right direction. Honestly, that phone call, that time, when you talked to us up on the phone, you did help out. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
I think I smashed that night or the next night after that. And when you smash, that's a good, you know, that's a good direction forward. You know.
I don't even know what that means, but we'll leave it at that. You said that you have 3 more fights, Rampage. So what does this mean? Because the last fight was your last one with Bellator, right? Are you a free agent now? Are you going back to the UFC? What's happening?
Right. Well, honestly, this is this type of stuff that you know what I'm saying. It's like very confusing. You know, it was no secret that I was in a lawsuit with Bellator, after I went back to the UFC to fight, who was that? Fabio Mapababo. And then so I had to go back to the to Bellator and fulfill the contract, and that contract ran out. And I still have an existing contract with the UFC, but so things changed with the UFC. They sold the company and stuff since all that. So I don't know. I haven't talked to Dana personally about it. My manager T. Carson has been talking to him, but I think the UFC is doing great things and stuff for the company and everything, and they're in a good place. But I just don't know what's going to happen. I just don't know what's going to happen for me. But now that Dana White is letting Conor McGregor box, so I've always asked Dana, man, to let me do some shit like that. And so hopefully, if Uncle Dana, if he got ties to boxing and stuff now, let me try some of that shit.
Yeah, why not? But you do want to fight, right? You want to keep fighting.
Yeah. Like I said, I think I got 3 good fights in me. Then after that, then I'll see if I have like 3 more good fights in me.
Right.
I really would like to go fight to fight because in MMA, I feel like fighters can get old overnight. I feel like we can get old overnight. And I'm 39 years old. I put 17 good years into this sport, and my body has taken a toll, and I think that I know how to train for the injuries and stuff I got now, and I'm training smarter and everything. And I think I still have enough juices and energy to still entertain the fans. I love entertaining the fans.
And if you come back, does it have to be with the UFC?
Like I said, man, I don't know. You might want to get my manager in here and do an interview with him, because I'm gonna tell you something. My whole career, I never dealt with the managerial shit. I let them do it. I just like to train and fight, fuck, play video games, play with my toys, play with my kids. That's my life. Yeah.
And so you said that Tiki, the former UFC fighter, longtime friend of yours, training partner, coach, is now your manager. What happened? I noticed, you used to be a part of Wolf's Lair, and then I noticed, and I don't know if I'm reading into this too much, but when you walked out to fight King Mo, you were wearing a shirt that said Lone Wolf, and you just said Lone Wolf. Is that a play on the Wolf's Lair? Is that sort of symbolic of where you're at right now?
Well, I after the whole thing with Juanito that I can't go into.
Sure.
I decided to go to Wolf's Lair and train with those guys, because at that time I liked those guys. I thought they were solid people, but then it's unfortunate that I found out that Anthony McGann and Lee Gwynn and those guys have been robbing me the whole motherfucking time, bro. And so I saw little things here and there, but I like overlooked it, and I just thought that this is what people do. They try to put other people on and stuff like that, And so those guys, man, that if I add it all up, man, I think those guys probably screwed me out of well over $3 million, bro. And
wow.
And so with me, it's not the money, because I don't give a fuck about money. You know what I'm saying? I got money. They didn't take all my money. They just took a lot of it. But it's just with me. I was real close to those guys. Me and Anthony share a birthday. You know what I'm saying? I stayed at the guy's house. He stayed at my house. So I know his family. He knows my family. I know this guy's secret. I know this guy's like deep, dark secrets. Like, I know some stuff about this guy that can destroy his family if his people found out. You know what I'm saying? I know shit. So I'm thinking, like, I'm from the streets. You know what I'm saying? The streets of Memphis. I'm thinking, like, if somebody has some stuff on you that could really destroy, you know what I'm saying, your family, and really, really mess things up for your family, why screw them out of 1 cent? And I just can't get that in my head. What kind of stupid person would do that? And so I left Wolf's Lair when I found out the guy. The last thing he did to me was actually frauded me out of my house. So I
what do you mean?
I bought a house right before I fought. I bought a house. I bought this house I'm staying in right now right before I fought Lyoto Machida. I paid cash for the house. I bought a house for 1.35, 1.3 million.
Uh-huh.
And the whole time he was helping me set up the house, I was doing it so I didn't have to. I was doing it through a business, so I didn't have to have my name on the damn thing, so I didn't want to get fan mail. And because when I fought Chuck Liddell, people was egging my house in Irvine and sending me fan mail. And so I wanted to get a house on a business name so people didn't know where I lived. And he kind of advised me to set it up all so he could steal it from me the whole time. I thought we was cool. So when I was training for my last fight, I rented an apartment near Tiki's gym, and so I was training for my last fight with King Mo, and right in the middle of training camp, I found out that my house had been stolen. So I'm training for a fight with all this up in my head, and that's when everything came out. That's when I found out everything, and they ripped me off and stuff like that. So So I decided to leave. Wolf's Lair, and now I'm by myself, like lone wolf, because you can't trust people, man, in this world. Like I want to teach a lot of up and coming fighters about be careful about the managers and stuff that you get, because I've been screwed over by a lot of managers. I can tell you 2 managers that really treated me well: Jeremy Lappin and Tommy Rojas. Those are the only 2 managers that I've had in the past that I can remember off the top of my head that treated me well. Like, I've been ripped off by a lot of people, and I've been ripped off by a lot of money, and I can tell you most of it has been by managers. So now I'm happy that I'm with Tiki Johnson. He's a great manager, and he's been my friend for a long time. But I wish he would have decided to been a manager years ago, and then, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't have been ripped off out of so much money and stuff like that. And but for me, it's not the money. It's the friendships, because this is the type of person I am. If the people that was around me that want to rip me off for money, if they was really smart, they shut up, Gizmo. I'm doing a damn interview. I'm gonna come over and fight you, you little motherfucker. What they would do is, they would get money out of me and go invest the money, because they know what type of person I am. I'm a generous person. But they would bring me money back. You know what I'm saying? They would bring me back my money. Well, my money was making money, so I would give them more money, and they would go make more money, because I'm not a greedy person. Like, I'm talking about the people that really know me. That's how they get the money out of me, because they know me. They know I don't give a fuck about money. I don't care about materialistic things. But they're so greedy and so shady. What they do is they just take their money and run, and then they go broke, because what they do is they rob the well. You know what I'm saying? They rock the well dry. Instead of bringing back more water, you know what I'm saying, they use it, and they use it up. Like, if there was people around me that was been ripping me off, if they were smart people, they would have been bringing me back more money. That when I gave them money, like, well, I can make some money off my money, so I could give more money. Sure. And then they didn't have to use that money. They could have been doing it that way. But I learned that from the streets. Like some people are just stupid like that. They're greedy and they're shady. And those people, they never prosper. Never prosper. Trust me.
How'd you get the house back?
I don't have the house back. I'm fighting. I'm still fighting for it. I'm a fighter. I fight everything. I'm fighting for it. But I've been advised that maybe it's like, beating a dead horse. So I might just buy me another house. I just let this go. You know what I'm saying? I charge it to the game, let it go, and I feel like the best thing that come out of this is the best thing that come out of this is that my ex-wife kind of stepped up, and my kids and stuff like that. My daughter, she heard the whole thing, and she was like, "You know what, Dad? I want you to live with us." And my ex-wife was like, if you need to buy another house, so already, because I have 2 houses now. I had 3 houses, but now I have 2 houses, and so when I leave this one, I will have 1 house. And she was like, "You know what? Come live with us. You know what I'm saying? And you can get your own room, and you can stay with us." And you know what? I was like, that's the lighting at the end of the tunnel, because I would pay $3-4 million to live with my kids. Sure. I don't care about the money. What he did, what Anthony basically did was he did me a favor. Now I'm going to move in with my kids. I'm not getting back with my ex-wife or nothing like that. I'm not saying that. Sure. If that happens, that happens. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be roommates with my 2 kids, my 2 little younger kids.
Now, what would and by the way, what's that girl's name? The one that we called? I feel like we never say her name, or you don't want to say her name. Mariah. Now, what will she say about that? Or will she come over and? You talk about a reality show. There's a reality show there.
Well, she understands. Well, she understands. They know about each other. They've met each other once, and no, that's like a little. That's like a little reality show. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why I be doing. That's why I be doing live video game streaming on Twitch. Like now, I can stream anything. I don't just have to stream video games. So I can stream anything. I can stream like me in my house with my kids and me with Mariah. I can stream like me at the gym, stuff like that, and people can just tune in and watch it on their phones, and they can type this live, right? So that's like a little mini reality show right there, because I'm gonna be streaming some stuff, but you guys have no idea what type of shit that goes on in my house with all that, with my kids and with Mariah. But Mariah understands. She understands. She's like, look, you got cheated out a bunch of money. That's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And you got to buy another house, and so, you know, she understands, like, you know, I'm just an MMA fighter. I'm not a baller like you, so I can't just go out and buy 2 more houses and do all this. So I'm just gonna buy one other house big enough for me and my family, get my own room. My ex-wife will have her own room, and my kids and stuff, they'll have their own room. But Mariah just can't come over that motherfucker.
All right. We'll stay tuned for that. Do you think you'll fight again this year, or probably not?
Well, shit. This year, man, hell, I don't know, man. I have no idea. I can't answer that. That's a question for Tiki, brother.
All right. It's up in the air.
It's up in the air, baby.
All right.
I would love to fight this year.
Do you have a dream fight? A dream fight. A fight that you say, this will get me excited. This is the one.
I do have dream fights. I would love to like I said, revenge my loss against Shogun, because that's one loss that don't sit well with me. Yeah. For personal reasons. I love Shogun as a person. You know, we get along great, but you know what I'm saying, as a fighter, you know, I never should have took that fight with my injury, and I regret not backing out of that fight. I do. You know what I'm saying? I was dumb back then. You know what I'm saying? I was making cash money, and I was just blowing through it, and I was living fight to fight, baby. You know what I'm saying? It was that street life. I was living fight to fight. So I fight injured a lot, and sometimes you win and sometimes you don't. But that fight, I should have like said, nah, let me heal up.
By the way, I got to ask you, what do you think of what's happened to Jon Jones? You've talked about how he injured your knee and you were never the same, and to see what's happened to him with the drug test failures and all that, what do you make of it?
Well, listen, as I told you guys this before, and I hate to say it, because I've met Jon Jones, and me and Jon Jones, we hung out at night, and we hung out and stuff when I had to do like a Fit Expo or something for Monster, and we kind of like bonded a little bit. So you know, I don't want to say anything bad about Jon Jones, but I have to keep it real, because that's who I am. Like I said it before that Jon Jones was he was bad for the sport, because I thought, because how he did like dirty tactics and stuff like that. You know, one thing about me is I'm totally against drugs. I'm totally against fighters being able to use steroids, and you know, fighters like that do make a lot of fighters look bad. Like, you know, I never explained myself. I find myself defending myself on Instagram, because when people watch whenever I post like some of my fights, my highlights, people assume that I've taken steroids before, and I know there's ignorant people that don't know what steroid people look like, but you know, it's to me, it's kind of like a slap in the face that I've worked hard my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I was naturally muscular and naturally strong. You know what I'm saying? And people assume that I was on steroids because all these fighters getting popped. You know, I've never been popped for steroids, and I was honest and telling everybody the doctor ordered me to take testosterone after I lost to Jon Jones, because I just couldn't believe that I lost to him. I was overconfident. I just couldn't believe I lost to him. I didn't know what was wrong with me, so I went to the doctor, and the doctor tested my testosterone levels, and he was like, "There's no way you should be fighting with testosterone levels this low." He said, "You you use them all, like your adrenal glands will get nervous and training for all these years. Like you said, you either have to take testosterone or retire. And a lot of fans only heard negative stuff about testosterone, so they didn't understand it. And when I did it, it was perfectly legal for even UFC fighters to do it. They just didn't want you to they didn't want you to go past certain levels. And some fighters was overusing it. They were going past certain levels, and it made it bad for everybody, even people like me. So now I have to fight with really low levels of testosterone, and I have to do like the natural testosterone booster things, like different foods and different supplements that naturally boost your testosterone, which really it's not enough. But to the side, I feel like any fighter that has to take steroids, because our body produces testosterone, it's natural. But if you got to take steroids to be a fighter, to get in there and fight another man, then you really not a real fighter. And that's how I feel. So I've never failed a steroid piss test. Dana White actually thought that I was on steroids right before I fought Forrest Griffin. He came and said something to me. He saw me one time at an event or something. He said, "Rampage, after your fights, man, you get big, man. You blow up really fast. Like, you gain a lot of weight, man." He said, "That's a trait from somebody being on steroids." I looked at him like, "What?" But I know people don't know me and don't know my values about drugs and stuff like that. So I was like, "Whatever, Dana. I ain't never took steroids." I said, I even know people in Pride could take steroids. You know what I'm saying? I never took it because I was young when I was in Pride. I was like 23, 24. There's no 23, 24, 25-year-old should even think about steroids. And I didn't even know anything about steroids then. I didn't even know that Vanderlei Silva was on steroids back then. I didn't know it when I fought him. I didn't know who was on steroids, who wasn't. And I said, "Dana, well, I'm not." And then he surprise tested me.
Oh.
And when I passed the surprise test before Forrest Griffin, he was like, "Wow." He said, I really thought you were on steroids because I'm naturally strong, right? And I can pick people up and slam them. And when I lose my temper, I have unlimited strength. But when you take me to the gym lifting weights, I can't lift shit. And that's when you know that I'm not on steroids. When you see me lifting weights in the gym, like my muscles is just not built that way. You know what I'm saying? I got to go lift here now. I was at the 24-hour fitness last week, and this guy was making fun of me. He asked me like, "Oh, you need a spot?" Because I had like 235 pounds on the incline, and people over there pressing up 2 plates. I'm not strong that way. I'm strong. I got big legs, strong lower back, and so I'm sorry to be talking more about me, but Jon Jones kind of put that light on every MMA fighter that we all do that shit, and it's bad for the sport because it makes everybody else look bad. People think we're like barbaric steroid freaks, and but I don't know all the shit that's going on with Jon Jones. I don't know if he really passed or failed the drug test. I don't know because I don't watch the news, but
all right,
it's bad.
Rampage, always a pleasure, my man. Great to catch up with you. Thank you for coming on the show. Please don't be a stranger, and thank you so much for doing this and being our first guest of our 400th episode. Wouldn't have wanted it any other way, my man. Thank you, and good luck. Keep us posted on if and when you do return. And say hi to Mariah for me.
You guys be the first to know. Who?
Say hi to Mariah.
Mariah? Hey, was you the guy dating Mariah when
No, that was not me. That was not me.
That was the whole plan. She said she dated somebody just for a little bit after I broke her heart. Was it you?
No, it was
sabotaged my relationship because you tried to hit on my girl.
Okay. It wasn't me, I promise. I would never.
Why you blowing a kiss and tell her to Mariah for me?
I love Mariah. She's a great guy. She's a great girl.
What?
Much love, Rampage. We'll talk to you soon.